This demonstration is to show how to determine the minimum value of a quadratic function using the vertex formula as well as the calculator. And we will start with using the vertex formula directly. So what we're going to do here is we're going to find the ordered pair for the minimum of f of x equal to x squared plus 2x minus 3. We're going to use this formula here, which is known as the vertex formula, for these quadratic functions. And here we have a equal to 1, the coefficient of x squared, b equal to 2, the coefficient of x, and c equal to negative 3, and that is the constant term, or the term without any x variables with it. When we plug these numbers into our formula, we get the x coordinate to be negative 1, and we get the y coordinate at negative 4. Now, this is how we would find the minimum of a quadratic using the formula. How do we do it when we are trying to use the calculator? Well, this part of the demonstration is to show how it is done. So suppose we wish to determine the minimum value of a function through the graph. And this can be accomplished using the minimum command under the calculate menu on these calculators. This particular menu is found by hitting the second button and then the trace button. So we hit second and trace, and we scroll down until we see the minimum. So this is where the command is. Now if we do the example that we did before, x squared plus 2x minus 3, we hit y equals, plug in our function, and then we hit graph, and we see the graph of our quadratic. Now at this point, we have our function plotted, and we may determine the minimum. So we have a plot of our function, then we're going to hit second trace to access the calculate menu, and then we will choose minimum from the options. So we hit second and trace, scroll down to minimum, and at this point it's asking for a left bound. Our left bound should be on the left side of where our minimum appears graphically. So we'll go ahead and put in negative 2. And then it's asking for a right bound, and in this case the right bound should be on the right side of where our minimum occurs. So we'll go ahead and type in 4. Now the arrows that appear here and here are telling the user that the calculator is going to look for a minimum value between those two arrows. Now the guess that it's asking for must be contained in the closed interval that you have created. The left endpoint and the right endpoint are included as possible guess values. So I will simply use the current value that the cursor is located at, which is at x equals 4. When I tell it to guess, I get a minimum value of x equal negative 1.0000001 and y equal negative 4. The calculator's program has some round off error that's been accumulating as the program runs. Usually results such as this imply the value is just x equal negative 1, and so the minimum value is negative 1, negative 4. And we've checked this by using the formula as shown earlier. But this is how the minimum command can be used on the calculator to locate minimum values for a graph.